Shalom, brothers and sisters. Now, one thing we can rely on in these final days is seeing how the elite and those who are in control and in darkness will use every little crisis to their advantage. Never waste a good crisis. And I'm sorry, I see their hand in too many things. So this article is exactly that. Again, we saw it in Lahaina, where there were roadblocks put up, water was cut off, sirens didn't go off, cell phone alerts didn't come through, children are still missing. We saw what was done there. Done, not accidental. And now we see this. Widespread fuel contamination reported at some Florida gas stations as Idalia looms. The gas, which was contaminated with diesel fuel, could harm engines or make them inoperable as Floridians seek gas for evacuations and generators. What a coincidence! In the midst of this massive storm coming and what is being wrought on that whole area, as people try and prepare for that as best as they can, let's use the opportunity to mess up their generators, because we've seen they want to stop generators, and let's mess up their vehicles, because those are two things we're going to be removing soon, and we cause more chaos, death, and problems for the people who are stuck there in the midst of the storm now. That's my opinion. Florida officials are warning of the potentially widespread fuel contamination that may have resulted in people getting fuel from some Florida gas stations that will harm or disable their engines, just as Idalia put residents on the road or in search of gas to power generators. The Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services issued an alert on Sunday afternoon stating that gas supplied out of Port Tampa Bay by Citgo had become contaminated because of human error or on purpose. People who received fuel from more than 24 gas stations across Florida's Gulf Coast, including several in the immediate Tampa area, could have contaminated fuel if it was purchased after 10 a.m. on Saturday. DeSantis acknowledged the fuel situation may complicate matters. You're going to have people potentially stuck on the side of the road. If you fill up your tank with diesel and you start driving it, it's not going to end well. Gas that is contaminated with diesel fuel has the potential of causing engine damage or affecting operability, the department's alert status said. So be careful. This is an ongoing situation happening in the midst of the storm that is lashing that area. So we are praying for you. We are keeping watch as well. But remember that those in darkness will use every opportunity to push their agenda ever further along the road. God bless. Keep looking up. Keep trusting in the Lord. Shalom.